What are the top 5 coins to keep your eyes on in 2024? Well, in today's video, I want to discuss what those coins are. What are some of the big catalysts that are making it so that we should be paying attention to these damn coins and some possible price predictions for these coins? Number 1, Ethereum. Ethereum do not fade, never fade Ethereum. People keep trying to fade Ethereum, and they keep getting their butts handed to them by fading ETH. This is a crazy blockchain. Look at this stuff. We are at 890,000 validators right now with 28. 5 million staked Ethereum. We are not getting far away from 30 million staked ETH. The day is coming, and the day is coming soon. Now look at this. This is some wild statistics here. This is all value locked in all chains across the cryptocurrency space. Ethereum takes more than half of the SHAR. It's about 55% of the total, all on the Ethereum blockchain. Now it gets even more interesting when we start looking at layer 2s, because layer 2s are incredibly important part of the picture here for Ethereum. Look at this Arbitrum 4.5%. We see Optimism down here at 1.5% as well base, coming in at $500 million. This all feeds back to ETH. ETH is the nexus, the black hole sucking money into the market, and all this layer 2 stuff helps Ethereum do that. Think about that. There's 200 networks out there, and ETH's got more than half. And when you consider the layer 2, it's more like 66% or something like that. Totally crazy stuff, because if you want to earn that sweet layer 2 yield or ape in layer 2 projects, remember you need ETH to do that on layer 2. Ethereum also has the largest developer community, by the way. Look at this on 4730 commits. That's crazy, of course. Ethereum is used by over 15,000 different products. It's close to 1,000 different people building on Ethereum directly. Crazy stuff. Now what about this news right here? Boom, holy cow, BlackRock's Ethereum ETF filing. I mean, we had the Bitcoin ETF filing, we went straight into an Ethereum ETF spot. ETF, right, BlackRock's on it. Fidelity's on it. All the big boys are going to get on Ethereum straight after they get the Bitcoin ones approved. That'll be the next big story coming out, so do not fade. Number 2, Solana. Next big boy is Solana. Solana, look at this crazy increase in the last month, up a whopping 87% of total value locked people are aping back into Solana in a very big way. Of course, airdrops kicking off a bit of that excitement. Been a big year for Solana, seeing huge price gains, of course, for the main asset. But momentum really starting to come back on chain for Solana, as Solana is scaling right now. If you want to use Ethereum to do a Uniswap swap, you're paying $30-40. You want to go and do a swap for altcoins on the Jupiter exchange, or Orca swap, or Radium, or whatever on Solana pennies. Not even pennies, fractions of a penny. It's insane. It's not even competitive. It's just so far ahead. It's wild. Absolutely wild. And of course, these airdrops have really got a lot of people excited. That helps bring liquidity back on chain. So it was not just a liquidity creation event when we had like the Pith airdrop. We have lots more airdrops coming. So it was a liquidity creation event, but also very importantly, besides being just a liquidity creation event, it gets more liquidity to come on chain because more people want to get those juicy airdrops. People want to make $15,000 or $20,000 from an airdrop, which of course is what people did with some of these ones like Pith and Gito that came out recently. So people are making the big money, and people like making big money, so it draws them back on chain about the road ahead. Well, there's stuff like the Neon project, which is unlocking new ways for Solana to interact with Ethereum. Very important ecosystem to bridge between people like Ethereum and layer 2s, particularly on Ethereum, and people like what's happening on Solana. A lot of people are not so dogmatic about, I will only use this chain and only this chain forever for the rest of my existence. Number 3, Avalanche. Avalanche is having a big year, a busy year, a crazy year. People are aping into Avalanche gaming and Avalanche DeFi and Avalanche memcoins. Have you got cocky? You yet. That's the name of the memcoin, guys. That's the name of your McCoin cock. Like the chicken and French guys. Come on now. Let's be cultured here anyway. They celebrated passing over 20 million active addresses earlier this year. That, of course, NUM is going to continue to soar dramatically as we head into this bull market cycle. Gas prices, well, gas prices. They have done okay, haven't they? But recently we've seen a huge spike, so we'd have much higher gas prices came down dramatically over the past few years when we had this big spike recently with Avalanche inscriptions. But every blockchain is kind of like under attack, so to speak, from these people wanting to put inscriptions on the different assets. It's been pretty wild. But anyway, it's a wild ride for crypto in general. So what do we expect interesting here as well is that we've seen hundreds of new projects launching on Avalanche. Look at this. This is absolutely wild stuff here. So in the month of December, the few days here in December, just seeing literally hundreds of new tokens launching per day. Now, obviously, the vast majority of that's absolute garbage, you know. It's the meme coin number 500 on the chain that nobody cares about, just a scam, whatever. But the fact is that a lot of activity starting to happen on the Avalanche blockchain, and that is good for AVAX holders in the long run. Number 4, Polkadot. Next one's Polkadot. Let's talk about Polkadot. Polkadot 2.0 is coming now. Advances with Polkadot this year were slightly overshadowed by everything else happening in crypto. It's been a busy year, guys. I'm tired. I don't know about you. It's been a busy year in crypto. It's been crazy. But staking has been increasing regardless. Polkadot 2.0 is coming. I would not fade the PO ecosystem we got are up from 600 million staked DOT to around 700 million by the end of this year. So big things definitely happening the ecosystem as well. We're seeing a lot of development across the Polkadot ecosystem. Web3 foundations distributed millions of dollars in grants this year, fostering the growth of more than 80 projects so far in 2023. That's a lot of stuff that's about to start happening on Polkadot. When Polkadot 2.0 rolls out, watch out, hear me now. Quote me later, guys, it will be a narrative to watch out for in 2024. Now what about moving ahead? Well, Gavin Wood, founder Polkadot, he of course introduced Polkadot 2.0 in 2023, describing Polkadot as a multi-core supercomputer with a focus on building a system of PR security, trustless, and feature-rich applications. So how did that actually work well right now? We have this long-term leasing model, but what they want to move towards is a pay-as-you-go model, essentially, that will help to massively increase block speed and help transition from that fixed slot where we have the Polkadot 1.0 model to a much more dynamic. Number 5, Chainlink. Chainlink, of course, the most mispriced, misunderstood asset in the market. You know what they need to do to make people like Chainlink. They need to change the logo to a dog. Then everyone's gonna ape into Chainlink. Chainlink something cross-train, and it's got a dog picture. It's a good idea, right? It's sad that it was true anyway. Chainlink is crucial for the running of basically everything in the cryptocurrency market. You like DeFi, you like basically anything you need. Chainlink's oracles, and you need for the future of cross-chain interoperability. And the onboarding of multi-trillion-dollar institutions, you need cross-chain interoperability for assets. That's where CSIP comes in. Look, the oracles themselves, they've been pulling price information from dozens of marketplaces, providing it to all of our course of favor decentralized applications. We've seen huge activity right across Chainlink for a long time, connected to so many different networks. And over 2,000, so over 100 different networks and over 2,000 different projects, platforms, protocols, whatever you want to call them. Absolute crazy stuff there, right? Chainlink is everywhere. They've been kind of busy for the past few years. And much like we've seen with other assets, the price per share of Chainlink's Grayscale Trust currently trading dramatically over the actual spot price of Chainlink. Again, institutional players want to get their hands on some linkies, and they can't just go out and buy it off the market, unfortunately. And maybe when they get a Chainlink ETF, which will come, hear me now, quote me later, it will come. Chainlink, by the way, currently securing about 16.9 billion worth of total value. That's crazy. Just let you understand the value of what Chainlink does. And of course, that number is set to absolutely soar at the height of the previous bull market. We had around 60 billion, so we're at less than a third, almost a quarter of that right now. Big potential still for chaining moving forward, big potential indeed. And of course, one of the biggest potentials is the tokenized asset opportunity. This is when BlackRock and JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs and all these goons start bringing their stuff on chain, which they're already starting to do, pilot test cases, all this kind of stuff. Some big banks are going into it bigger than others. It's not just banks, it's financial institutions, it's governments, it's your grandma, it will be everyone.